del Golfo y del Noreste.
Russ Fulcher on Twitter. That's Voice Week. The reminder thing be very proud of, and something on the federal tag.
The right of parents select the type of environment that's for each of their. This includes public homeschool schools, charter churchill schools. I believe are in the best position to decide how children will learn.
School choice say that traditional district necessary to give families on choice. Opponents say that school is aimed at protecting the public system and siphons away from.
When I can look back in history, it's I'll tell you. I see more torture than I can ever remember. Yeah, you're right, Jim. Well, one thing I can be thankful. Guess. I don't know what. I don't have to make him, Jim. Yeah, no. Anybody? Hold on. America 6, double or nothing. Calling QDX and listening. Looking for you to get in there. Been on 03, but I never hit. Well, why? My phone schedule. You are informed, Roger. Right. This is AC0. KUP. I'm talking Rex out. Oh.
On the China Chamber's 10% growth forecast for the retail sector in China.
Well, there's two factors that you have to look at. One is that China has been very good at planning and dealing with things like COVID-19, and this has been key to the economic recovery, and it's hoped that this will continue. But there's the second factor that people should look at is this kind of delayed gratification that will come in. There's been a tremendous increase in the amount of savings, and it's anticipated that people will be anxious to kind of spend that as soon as they can, and that means in China, that's probably going to be more internal because the external, the world itself, is probably going to take at least 9 months, if not more, to recover and be at the same level in terms of handling the pandemic that China's at.
What do the bullish prospects for China's retail market mean for global retailers looking to tap into the spending power of consumers here?
Well, I think there's going to be a tremendous amount of interest in this selling into China because there really isn't any other markets out there. There are going to be some bottlenecks in terms of physical access to the area. There's probably going to be a lot of businesses that will be looking to help these companies actually sell in China, get into the distribution line. Being online will help tremendously. But the real factors here is that the government is dedicated to not only dealing with the pandemic right now, but they're moving ahead on areas in digital economy, which promise to put more money into the pockets of consumers by reducing costs. And what I mean by that is connecting the producers or the service providers directly with consumers, cutting the costs in between, and therefore lowering the price and putting more consumption dollars or more consumption money into the pockets of Chinese consumers.
Well, China's retail sales of consumer goods still suffered a fall of nearly 4% in 2020, although the world's second largest economy was the first among major markets to reopen last year. So what positive signs can we expect that can help to boost consumer confidence this year?
Well, a lot of it has to do with its relative. As Chinese netizens look around the world and they see how China has fared versus others, I think there's an increased confidence. You've seen this in the international surveys in terms of confidence in governments. China ranks far and above at number one. There's also these issues about productivity because of the digitalization, and in essence, because of what happened with the U.S., China has been pushed to be much more, inward focused. That means looking more closely at productivity in areas where they're going to have to kind of make up lost ground where the U.S. is kind of cutting them off. There's still a lot of uncertainty what happens with the Biden administration. They've indicated that they plan to follow the kind of hawkish policies that Trump did. I'll bet with that different strategy. So right now, the entire game is about what you can deliver to consumers, not only in terms of confidence, but also put more money into their pockets. So expect some tax decreases so that there's more money in there. And also, it's really this opening up. What you see is happening in Hainan and places like that. Very promising for the future.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. That's financial analyst Einar Tanga sharing his insights into the retail sales of consumer goods in China. Well, officials say China cut taxes and business fees by more than 2.5 trillion yuan, or $400 million last year. The State Taxation Administration says wide-ranging tax cuts helped protect businesses and the economy from the impacts of the public health crisis. Meanwhile, the city of Shanghai offered tax relief to help businesses and especially foreign companies bear up under pressure from the pandemic. Chen Tong has more.
This trading firm is a subsidiary of China's car manufacturer Geely and handles export for the auto giant. Business was badly hurt by the COVID-19 outbreak at the beginning of last year, and the company was having trouble making ends meet until the Shanghai Tax Bureau came along to help. Rebates on exports are very important to the company's cash flow. And while it usually took more than a week to get the rebates in the past, it took only 2 days during the pandemic. Last year, more than 25,000 firms were able to take advantage of the quick tax rebate procedures in Shanghai. Firms using the new procedures were concentrated in the manufacturing industries. Foreign trade was hit hard by the pandemic last year, but things quickly picked up. China's total imports and exports expanded some 2% year-on-year to more than 32 trillion yuan in 2020, hitting a record high despite a worldwide slump in shipments. Experts say the favorable policies brought in by the tax bureau played a crucial role in the recovery. The State Taxation Administration says China cut a total of 2.5 trillion yuan in taxes to help companies through the pandemic. Their reduction was a historic high.
That was Chen Tong reporting on the impact of the tax cuts on businesses in China. You're listening to the Beijing Hour. Coming up in sports, the Chinese president says the country is taking steps to ensure the success of the Beijing Winter Olympics. The Beijing Hour.
Hello, I'm Peter Dinklage from X-Men Days of Future Past. You are listening to the Beijing Hour.
Hi, I'm Kathy Freeman. You're the Beijing Hour.
Hi everyone, I'm Lang Lang. Welcome to the Beijing Hour.
The Beijing Hour, your window to China and the world.
It's 47 past the hour now. Turning to sports, here's Yang Guang.
Thank you, Shane. The Chinese president says he believes that China will complete all preparation work as scheduled to ensure that Beijing Winter Olympics are a success. Xi Jinping made remarks during a telephone conversation with International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach. The president also said that China is willing to join the IOC and other countries in ensuring safe and smooth hosting of the Tokyo Olympics. The Beijing Winter Olympics Games will kick off on February the 4th, 2022. While the competition is still more than a year away, Chinese athletes are already training, hoping to bring glory to the country on the Grand Olympic stage. Zhou Fang has more.
The National Cross-Country Skiing Championship kicked off in Baiyin, Gansu Province last weekend. The event is China's first snow sport event this year and also serves as a qualification trial of the Chinese national team for the Winter Olympic Games. National cross-country skiing team leader Zhang Bei says the athletes are working hard.
Due to COVID-19, this is the first national competition in the past 2 years. It is a good opportunity for us to test the athletes. As of this stage of their training, they need events like this to improve their abilities and give them more motivation for training.
In snow sports, China is still a newcomer, having only claimed 1 gold medal and 1 silver at 7 Winter Olympics that China has attended. For competitions like cross-country skiing, ski jumping and slalom, Team China is yet to make a major breakthrough. National ski jumping team member Song Chi-Wu says they are examining every detail of their movements in training in an effort to find improvements.
Most people would think ski jumping is just one jump, but it involves a lot of details. Each day after training, we watch the tapes to see what mistakes were made and fix it bit by bit. Sometimes we have to work on a small movement for over 100 days or even longer than that.
Despite lagging behind in some events, Team China is looking to take part in all 109 disciplines at Beijing 2022. Skeleton is one of the sports China has just begun to play, with many national team members transferred from Summer Olympic programs. Sun Fan is the national skeleton team leader.
The team is very young. It was established at the end of 2015, and after just 2 years of training, the athletes, for the first time, took part in the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics in 2018. Most of our winter sports athletes were selected from track and field athletes, so they have very strong explosive force.
China has already earned reputations in skating events at the Winter Olympics. Of the 62 medals China has won since the country first participated in the Winter Games in 1980, 49 were from skating events. Women's 1,000-meter short track speed skating national champion Xu Aili says she and her teammates will strive to keep China's edge in the skating events at Beijing 2022.
Our training this year has been focused on increasing stamina. We've seen some progress. For me, I'm more confident in my physical strength, especially in allocating more energy in the later stages of the races. But to compete with the athletes from other countries at the Winter Olympics, I need to train even harder.
At the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games, China only earned one gold medal, with speed skater Wu Dajing winning the top honor in the men's 500-meter short track event. China is aiming to outperform at next year's Olympics at home and in the long run become a powerhouse in winter sports. For the Beijing Hour, I'm Zhou Fang.
Now turning to football, Chelsea has sacked head coach Frank Lampard with the former PSG manager Thomas Tuchel in pole position to replace him. Chelsea has lost 5 of its last 8 Premier League games and dropped to 9th place, despite Lampard benefiting from nearly $300 million spent in new players for this season. The London club says the performances have not shown any clear path to sustained improvement, making a change of managers necessary. A former player, Lampard is Chelsea's all-time record scorer and won 11 major trophies, including 4 Premier League titles and the 2012 Champions League in a 13-year span. Leicester manager Brendan Rodgers says he feels for Lampard.
You know, he had the courage to step out of an amazing career as a player and could have taken an easier route, but it's gone straight into coaching and managing. Took a job he couldn't really turn down, even though he had not a lot of experience.
Lampard became Chelsea's coach in 2019 and guided club to 4th place and the FA Cup final in his first season in charge. Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola says managers are now given little time to prove themselves.
Every manager needs time to do what you believe, or feel the players that it doesn't matter what happens, we believe in this, we go through, in this idea. And that is an exceptional happening in few places in all around the world, because all the boards and the owners and the CEOs and the sport want results immediately.
Chelsea is hoping that new manager Tuchel will be on the bench for Wednesday's Premier League game against Wolverhampton.
Thank you very much for the update. You're listening to the Beijing Hour. Coming up in culture and entertainment, the podcast industry in China is booming.
Want to know what's trending in China? China Plus News Facebook page helps you to discover the real China. From the latest news to quirky Chinese inventions, videos, photos, live streaming, and more. Join in the conversation today by searching for China Plus News on Facebook and discover its news, its people, its traditions and culture. China Plus News Facebook page. Open your eyes to the real China.
It's 53 past the hour. Turning to culture and entertainment, the online audio sharing platform Podcasting is booming in China. The platform saw a massive surge in users last year. Over 10,000 podcasts were started in China in 2020. It's believed that the peculiar circumstances of the past 12 months have aided that trend. The lifestyle changes imposed by the coronavirus outbreak seem to have fueled a boom for podcast apps and platforms. Studies show that most listeners in China prefer traditional crosstalk or conversational talk shows to narrative-style podcasts. Ding Jiao is the co-founder and CEO of Sheng FM. She shared her views about what makes podcasts special in China.
China podcast listeners are busy professional or college students. They want to use the time more efficiently. For example, most of our listeners consume our content when they're commuting, or when they're doing house chores, or just simply at the gym. In these scenarios, podcast is a great way to gain information and news comparing to video content.
The global market for podcasting was estimated at $9.2 billion in 2019. It's expected to have exceeded $11 billion last year. Industry insiders say Chinese internet platform providers have started to build their own podcast apps and products to compete in the attention economy. A natural history museum in China is putting a wealth of fossils on display. Hezheng Paleozoological Museum in Gansu Province has over 30,000 fossils, representing more than 150 species. They include more than 60 skulls of the flat spear tusk, the only complete fossils from the ancient herbivore anywhere in the world. Some of the fossils date back as far as 30 million years ago. The fossils are a rich resource for scientists looking to understand the life of ancient creatures. The museum plans to build a 4D cinema to provide a better experience for visitors. Imagine scaling the Great Wall of China or flowing down the Amazon River from the comfort of your own bed. Virtual tourism may be the safest way to travel in light of the pandemic. In Colombia, one company is taking the lead here. Michelle Beguay has more from Bogota.
Colombia's tourism industry was breaking records in 2019. That all came crashing down in 2020 with the pandemic. One Colombian tourism company decided to take their exotic destinations into the living rooms around the world. The company started compiling its audio-visual content to create virtual tours. What they found was a new business opportunity. The company, called Outlanders, began offering personalized tours with local guides who share their knowledge and answer questions. The audio-visual material gives virtual travelers a first-hand look at some of the country's most remote regions. Outlanders founder says that while tourism is down, they have hosted more than 2,000 virtual tourists. Some even flew to these tourism spots once flights in Colombia reopened. But this company says they are planning to continue this new venture as it connects with clientele they had never been able to reach before.
The interesting part is that many people have been able to see parts of the country that they would never have been able to travel to because of time or medical constraints or even age, when they can't go to these challenging nature tours.
This nature tour is taking a page from nature, adapting and evolving for survival.
And that was Michelle Beguay reporting on the newly promoted virtual tourism led by a Colombian company. British media reports say Emmy Award-winning actor Kenneth Branagh will portray UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson in an upcoming TV series. The series will explore Johnson's handling of the COVID-19 crisis and its impacts on the UK. The 5-episode production will be entitled This Sceptred Isle. It'll chart the events surrounding the UK leader, his government, and the country during the first wave of the pandemic. The drama will trace the response of scientists and healthcare workers to this once-in-a-generation crisis. Shooting starts in the first half of the year, with the film expected to premiere on Sky Atlantic in the fall of next year. It's 58 past the hour. Beijing today, sunny skies and 8 degrees Celsius. It'll dip down to -7 tonight. Chongqing will see a slight rain and 10 degrees, then a low of 8. Lhasa sunny and 14 with a low of -5. Hong Kong sunny and 22. The low is 16. In North America, Washington, D.C. is getting some sleet early on, but the high is 8 degrees Celsius. New York City also getting sleet. The high is 3. That's it for this edition of the Beijing Hour. Making news this morning, the Chinese president's calling on all countries to work together to address COVID-19 and other global challenges. A new version of a law on animal epidemic control will take effect in China this May. On behalf of the staff, this is Shane Bigham in the Chinese capital, hoping you'll join us for the next edition of the Beijing Hour and open a window to the world together.
I want to learn Chinese.
其实并不难. It can be fun.
欢乐汉语 Chinese Studio.
It's a fresh new week here on Chinese Studio. 大家好，我是 Cam.
And 我是亚杰. It's time to perfect Chinese your way in only 5 minutes a day. And this week, we're going to focus on something that will be very useful for foreigners in China.
Yes, this will be. How to talk on the phone.
Keywords of the day. Hello, I'd like to speak to Mr. Li. 您好，我找李先生. I'm sorry, he's not in at the moment. 对不起，现在他不在. Would you like to leave a message? 您要留言吗? All in today's Chinese studio.
So yeah, Jip, I tried calling your home the other day, and your mom answered. I didn't know what to say.
Well, in that case, you may say, 您好，我找亚杰. Hello, I'd like to speak to 亚杰.
Okay, 您好，我找亚杰.
您好, hello. Usually you will say, 喂, when you answer the phone. 喂, the second tone.
Yes, I hear people say that all the time. 喂.
我 means I.
我.
找 originally means to look for. Of course, here it means I would like to speak to someone.
No, that's much easier. Just one word. 找.
喂, 我找 Cam.
I see. Then I just need to put the name directly after Zhao, right?
Right.
喂，我找小李。
对不起，现在他不在。
喂，您好，我找李先生。
对不起，现在他不在。
As you heard in the conversation, if he or she is not in at the moment, you may say, 对不起，现在他不在. I'm sorry, he or she is not in at the moment.
对不起，现在他不在。
对不起, sorry.
对不起，
现在 at the moment.
现在。
他 means he or she.
他
不在 not in.
不在。
对不起，现在他不在。
对不起，现在他不在。I'm sorry, he or she is not in at the moment.
喂，您好，我找小王。
对不起，现在他不在。您要留言吗？
不用了，谢谢。
Yeah, Jeff, one of your friends just called, but you weren't here. So how should I say, would you like to leave a message?
That's so sweet, Ken. You can say, 您要留言吗？
您要留言吗？
您 is you.
您
要 want to.
要
留 means to leave.
留
言 is abbreviation for message in Chinese. The second tone.
言
留言 to leave a message.
留言
您要留言吗？ Would you like to leave a message?
您要留言吗？
您好，我找小王。
对不起，现在他不在。您要留言吗？
好的，请转告他，明天上午9点半开会，谢谢。喂，您好，我找李先生。
对不起，现在他不在。您要留言吗？
不用了，谢谢。
Keyword reminder. Hello, I'd like to speak to Mr. Lee. 您好，我找李先生。I'm sorry, he's not in at the moment. 对不起，现在他不在。Would you like to leave a message? 您要留言吗？ All in today's Chinese studio. Now comes our question of the day.
How do you say, would you like to leave a message in Chinese? And we will see you tomorrow.
明天见。我是时代。应世界经济论坛创始人兼执行主席施瓦布邀请，中国国家主席习近平场对话会，并发表特别致辞。
66 MHz horizontal. En la programación de hoy les presentamos las noticias de la jornada y otros espacios.
Ankara, el 25 de enero de 2021. Buenos días, estimados oyentes. Están escuchando La Voz de Turquía. Empezamos nuestra emisión presentándoles las noticias de la jornada. El Centro de Comunicaciones de la Presidencia declaró que el presidente Erdogan, al seguir los desarrollos muy de cerca, conversó otra vez por teléfono con el capitán Furkan Yaren, uno de los capitanes del buque atacado por los piratas en alta mar de Nigeria. El presidente tomó más información sobre el estado de salud de 3 miembros de tripulación que salieron heridos del ataque en el buque que desembarcó en Gabón y les deseó una pronta recuperación. El presidente Erdogan señaló que siguen con mayor esfuerzo las iniciativas para salvar al personal secuestrado. Por otro lado, la embajadora de Turquía en Libreville, Nilüfer Erdem, ha conversado con 3 miembros de la tripulación del buque turco Mozart con pabellón de Liberia, secuestrado por los piratas. Mozart fue atacado ayer por los piratas a 180 millas del Lagos, Nigeria. El ministro de Infraestructura y Transporte de Turquía, Adil Karaismailoğlu, anunció haber realizado una conversación telefónica con Murat Aksan en Sinop, el padre del marinero Vedat Aksan, quien es uno de los tripulantes atacados y secuestrados por piratas durante la navegación del carguero turco en alta mar de Nigeria. Estamos siguiendo los hechos desde las primeras horas. Esperamos resolver el problema a la mayor brevedad posible. Realizamos unas labores con mucho ajetreo. Estamos en contacto continuo con exteriores. Ojalá podamos llevar al hijo a su padre, tío Murat. El Estado turco siempre está con ellos. Un tripulante de nacionalidad azerbaiyana murió tras el ataque de los piratas. 15 marineros turcos fueron secuestrados. El director de comunicaciones de la presidencia de Turquía, Fahrettin Altun, convocó a los países occidentales para que dejen de propagar las mentiras sobre la banda terrorista separatista PKK y los autorizados del Partido Democrático de los Pueblos HDP. Al subir las imágenes grabadas durante la operación llevada a cabo en el inmueble de la Dirección Departamental del HDP en Esenyurt, donde se colgaban los carteles del cabecilla terrorista Abdullah Öcalan, el director de comunicaciones emitió un mensaje en inglés diciendo que las imágenes son una nueva evidencia de la relación entre el PKK, reconocido como banda terrorista por Estados Unidos y la Unión Europea, y el HDP. Decenas de miles de vidas, incluidos los niños, han sido víctimas del terrorismo del PKK y sus ramificaciones en Siria y otros países. Altun subrayó que el PKK ha cometido un gran número de actos terroristas, armado a niños y que liberó de prisión a miles de terroristas del Daesh para chantajear al mundo. Los autorizados del HDP, que se niegan a condenar esos ataques macabros, enaltecen a terroristas, incluidos a los kamikazes, y actúan como miembros del PKK. Es porque las madres kurdas hacen protestas delante del centro provincial del HDP en Diyarbakır. El occidente debe dejar de vociferar las mentiras del HDP, PKK y decir la verdad.
Seguimos presentando las noticias en la emisión en español de La Voz de Turquía.
En un accidente aéreo ocurrido en Brasil, murieron el piloto, el presidente del club de fútbol Palmas Futebol e Regatas y 4 jugadores del equipo de la 4ª liga de fútbol del país. Según la declaración ofrecida del club, murieron 6 personas al caer el avión privado despegado desde la pista de la Unión de Aviación Tocantins en Porto Nacional con destino a la ciudad Goiânia, donde se iba a jugar un partido hoy. Comunicamos con tristeza que no hay sobrevivientes. En este momento tan doloroso, pedimos que recen para los miembros familiares a los que aseguraremos el necesario apoyo, se adelantó. Además del piloto, murieron el presidente del club, Lucas Meira, futbolistas Olivas Prajedes, Guillermo Noy y Marcos Molinari. Se inició una investigación sobre el accidente. El de defensa de la presidencia, Ismail Demir, anunció que el satélite cubo Aselsan 3U fue enviado con éxito para ser colocado a su órbita, donde operará con el cohete SpaceX. Demir, en su mensaje publicado sobre el satélite a través de Twitter, dijo: el satélite cubo Aselsan 3U, desarrollado por Aselsan con la Universidad Técnica de Estambul con fines científicos dentro del alcance de la cooperación entre la universidad y la industria con medios nacionales, fue enviado con éxito a su órbita con el cohete SpaceX este domingo 24 de enero, al afirmar que Aselsan descargará la imagen óptica obtenida con la carga útil de la cámara a la estación terrestre a través del subsistema de línea descendente X-band y recopilará datos estadísticos sobre el entorno espacial. Demir felicitó a todos los que contribuyeron. Turquía confirmó 140 víctimas mortales a causa del nuevo tipo de coronavirus en las últimas 24 horas, por lo que el número total de decesos ha ascendido a 25.073 desde el inicio de la pandemia. Se realizaron más de 140.000 pruebas, de las cuales 684 resultaron positivas en el último día, y el número de pacientes diarios llegó a 5.277. Se recuperaron 5.860 pacientes durante el mismo periodo, y con el que se ha elevado 2.307.000 la cifra de los que han recibido ya el alta hospitalaria. Mientras tanto, el ministro de Salud, Fahrettin Koca, anunció que ha comenzado este lunes la vacunación de los ciudadanos mayores de 80 años de edad. Koca notificó el calendario de la inoculación en cumplimiento de la Estrategia Nacional de la Vacunación contra el COVID-19. Los ancianos serán vacunados en las instituciones sanitarias. Y supera 2.139.000 el número de los fallecidos a lo largo del mundo por el nuevo tipo de coronavirus. Hay 99.770.000 casos positivos y más de 71 millones de recuperados. En Estados Unidos fallecieron 429.490 personas y se han confirmado 25.702.000 infectados hasta el momento. Y en el Reino Unido han muerto 97.939 personas y hay 3.647.000 casos positivos. En México fallecen 149.614 personas. El presidente de México, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, dio positivo por el coronavirus. En los Países Bajos han confirmado 13.450 defunciones. Los manifestantes protestaron por las restricciones impuestas para combatir el virus. La capital Ámsterdam y la ciudad de Eindhoven sufrieron una dura jornada de protestas que acabaron con enfrentamientos entre la policía y los manifestantes. La policía intervino a los manifestantes con gases lacrimógenos y agua a presión y detuvo a 25 protestantes. Y una información adicional sobre el barco atacado. El ministro de Asuntos Exteriores, Mevlut Çavuşoğlu, dijo que los piratas aún no se habían puesto en contacto con nadie con respecto a la tripulación del barco secuestrado en el Golfo de Guinea. En la Gran Asamblea Nacional de Turquía, el ministro Çavuşoğlu apareció ante los medios de comunicación y dijo que hubo un ataque a nuestros ciudadanos, 15 de ellos fueron secuestrados por piratas. El barco está limpio, no tenemos ningún problema de seguridad. Uno de nuestros ciudadanos está muy bien. Y destacó que el presidente Erdogan ha seguido el proceso desde el principio. Hasta ahora no ha habido noticias de los piratas. Contactamos a todos los países de la región. Habló de esa forma. Acaban de oír las noticias en español en La Voz de Turquía. La prensa turca de hoy. Vatan. Primer vuelo de misión del avión de patrulla naval. El avión de patrulla naval P-72 de código de cola PCB 751 en el inventario de la Marina turca realizó este domingo su primer vuelo de misión. Tras este vuelo, el ministro de Defensa Nacional, Hulusi Akar, jefe de Estado Mayor Yashar Güler, y el comandante del Ejército de Tierra, Ümit Dündar, analizaron el avión. Yeni Şafak, el buque sonda Fatih en su nuevo paradero. El ministro de Energía y Recursos Naturales, Fatih Dönmez, dijo ayer que el buque sonda Fatih arribó al pozo Türkali 2, su nuevo paradero en el Mar Negro. Nuestro navío iniciará sus labores en el área gasífera Sakarya después de sus preparativos. El conquistador del Mar Negro continúa trabajando sin pausa. Star. Trabzon lideró la exportación desde el Mar Negro en 2020. De acuerdo con la recopilación de los datos de la Unión de los Exportadores del Mar Negro Oriental, 18 provincias exportaron artículos por valor de 4.5 mil millones de dólares en 2020. Trabzon.
相关的这个指标差距太大，那么就要求保险公司提交预防偿付能力投入率恶化，或者是完善风险管理的计划，同时限制董事、监事、高级管理的薪酬水平，限制向股东分红，责令增加资本金，责令停止部分和全部的新业务，责令调整业务结构。那么也就是说，当按照新规。
El presidente han sido vacunadas. Lograr que la distribución de vacunas sea más equitativa, dar prioridad a las personas de los países que deben vacunarse y permitir que las personas de los países de bajos ingresos.
Saludos amigos, para ustedes noticias sin comentarios del maravilloso mundo de los deportes. Vamos al fútbol. El Real Madrid, luego de varias pésimas actuaciones, revivió el sábado con un claro triunfo 4-1 ante el Alavés, que lo mantiene en la pelea por la Liga Española. Los blancos dejaron sentenciado el duelo en una gran primera mitad, donde anotaron 3 goles a la cuenta de Casemiro, Benzema y Eden Hazard, y rubricaron la victoria al minuto 70 con el segundo gol de Benzema, después de que los vascos recortaran distancias con José Luis Matus al 59. El Madrid estuvo dirigido por el técnico auxiliar David Bertoni, pues Zinedine Zidane está afectado por el COVID-19. Por su parte, el domingo en Barcelona, sin Leo Messi, derrotó 2-0 al Elche en un partido aburrido, que superó gracias al gol de Frenkie de Jong, llegando al descanso, y el de Ricky Puig casi al final. El Elche, que ya acumulaba 12 jornadas sin ganar, fue capaz de mantener hasta el último instante el ánimo de empatar, que habría sido trágico para los azulgranas. En tanto...
乖乖超人专业儿童节地址3学期。我看我们维景的草地把它上来。
Embajador israelí llega a Washington con una lista de demandas a presentarse a Joe Biden. Al Raya al-Qatariya, elogio internacional para los esfuerzos de Qatar contra la corrupción. El Dustur en Jordania. Arrancan negociaciones entre el gobierno de Yemen y hutíes. Estamos en Alemania. Deutsche Welle. Ankara y Atenas vuelven a la mesa después de 5 años. Stuttgart Nachrichten. Uno de los astros del fútbol mundial, Mesut Özil, fichado oficialmente por el Fenerbahce. Tagesschau. Alemania en preparativos para ser el primer país en usar el medicamento de anticuerpos en la Unión Europea. Y por último, estamos en Rusia. Gazeta. El buque Fortuna reanuda la construcción del gasoducto Nord Stream 2 en Dinamarca. Izvestia. Posible sanción pecuniaria para aquellos que recolecten dinero por vías ilegales bajo el nombre de la misantropía en Rusia. Russia Today, Rusia privada del derecho a asistir a reuniones sobre los proyectos en el marco del Programa Lunar Internacional. Estos han sido los titulares de la prensa internacional.
No se olvide, el coronavirus es una enfermedad sintomática. Los síntomas más comunes son fiebre, debilidad, dolor de garganta, tos seca y falta de aliento. ¿Qué podemos hacer para protegernos contra el coronavirus? Lavemos las manos con agua y jabón durante al menos 20 segundos. En ausencia de agua y jabón, usemos un antiséptico para manos a base de alcohol. No toquemos la boca, nariz y ojos con las manos sin lavar. Evitemos el contacto con personas enfermas. Al toser o estornudar, cubramos la boca y nariz con un pañuelo desechable o usemos el interior del condón. Intentemos no estar en lugares llenos de gente. Este virus aún no tiene medicamentos, pero hay formas de protección. La mejor medicina de la enfermedad es no contraer la enfermedad.
Böyle olur, beni seyretme, birazcık sen yürü, denizde buldum, seni olur, beni seve 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 seve, hisle, aleyhinde, yüzün, her ay.
而不是搞相互攻击、你死我活的。
Alliés transformés en bandes armées hostiles. Et ce ne...
Hotel francez, apoi și în această funcție, hotel francez a găzduit aquella época.
Y lo que dice Ripoll es que esta carta exime a Martí de esas acusaciones que se le han hecho, a veces en voz baja, ya en voz alta en nuestros días, sobre su supuesta relación íntima con una mujer casada, estando vivo el esposo de esa mujer, y allí en la casa de ambos, donde Martí era huésped. Ahora bien, ¿qué comienza diciendo esta carta de Martí dirigida a esta mujer llamada Victoria Smith? La carta comienza diciendo lo siguiente: Victoria, Carmita me ha dado conocimiento de la carta que le escribe usted y en la que se refiere a mí. Es difícil, Victoria, que una persona de su tacto y bondad haya sabido prescindir por completo de uno y de otro. De mí, perdóneme que le diga que casi no tengo que responder a usted. Tengo un sentido tan exaltado e intransigente de mi propio honor, un hábito tan arraigado de posponer todo interés y goce mío al beneficio ajeno, una costumbre tan profunda de la justicia y una seguridad tal de mí mismo, que le ruego me perdone si soy necesariamente puro, asegurándole que ni mi decoro, ni el de quien por su desdicha esté relacionado conmigo, tendrá jamás nada que temer de mí, ni requiere más vigilancia que la propia mía. Yo sé padecer por todo, Victoria, y consideraría en llano español una vileza quitar por ofuscaciones amorosas el respeto público a una mujer buena y a unos pobres niños. Puedo afirmar a usted, ya que su perspicacia no le ha bastado esta vez a entender mi alma, que Carmita no tiene, sean cualesquiera mis sucesos y acciones, un amigo más seguro y más cuidadoso de su bien parecer que yo. Además, debe usted estar cierta de que ella sabría, en caso necesario, reprimir al corazón indelicado que por satisfacer deseos o vanidades tuviesen poco el porvenir de sus hijos. En el mundo, Victoria, le dice Martín a esta mujer, hay muchos dolores que merecen respeto y gran... Se encontraba sumamente molesto por lo que esta mujer, Victoria Smith, le había escrito a Carmita.
提供力所能及的帮助，促进疫苗在发展中国家的可及性和可负担性，助力世界早日彻底战胜疫情。中国将继续实施
la mise en place des stratégies censées déterminer les troupes russes à continuer la bataille
进步的必然结果，利用疫情搞去全球化，搞封闭脱钩。
To work together as one global family to ensure the vaccination of health workers and all.
देता है इंसान को कि वो उसके हजूर आए, अपने गुनाहों की इकरार करे, चाहे उसके गुनाह कितने ही बड़े क्यों ना हों, चाहे उनके गुनाह कर मजीद
editoriale și pe parcurs, sigur, lucrurile au...
فقد دويدا كونسيبو نمبوري ودا دم الغرب كانت كوريهم على ماري نصرة الاتصال BBC
او د لوبو په ډګر کې د افغانستان او ایرلند ترمنځ د کرکټ د روانې لړۍ درېیمه یو ورځنۍ لوبه نن کیږي. دا د 2023 کال نړیوال
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud, ceiling, overcast, 3,300 feet. -4, viewpoint, -5, QNH 1002, no 6. Manchester, Metroport, Manchester, at 0220 Zulu, automated observation, wind 160 degrees, 4 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. No cloud detected. Temperature -1. Viewpoint -2. QNH 1015. No 6. Shannon, Metroport. Shannon at 0200 Zulu. Wind 130 degrees, 7 knots. Visibility 7 kilometers. Moderate rain. Cloud. Few at 1,600 feet. Cooling broken at 3,200 feet. Temperature 4. Dew point 3. QNH 1010. Tempo. Visibility 4,000 meters. Cloud. Cooling broken at...
to help me.
In the past, a lot of mothers have the same problem.
You gotta be careful how you talk to people. Even if they speak English, another kind of a different meaning for words, you know. Well, they're gonna have to not be inside. Good job, all the in the midst, when they're talking, speaking each other, in the midst of words, the F freely. And notice the F-bombs. I'm trying to be good, guys. I'm working on it. You're doing fine there, Paul. We understood perfectly well. Somebody's got to for truth, just well, just being nice. Maybe one. Amateur radio, good. Verbal. The ham stink. Hi, G. Write that down. Future. Were you saying hi to G? I see, G. I just have to say, this is the nicest group I've never met. I like this group. I'm here, lurk. Just remember, this is a freak channel. Well, this is 3803. Frequency, because I frequented. Actually, I could go ahead and make it a channel if I wanted to, but I haven't programmed it into memory yet. Well, put a specific number and just make the frequency, just an arbitrary data. Can't we just call it 3803? Yeah, call it something tangible, like channel 28. It's 03. You guys are making things way too complicated. It's the 03. Channel 3803. Okay, the 03. That sounds like you mean business, and we're a bunch of hood rats, man. I cut down with that 03. Reach on 03. But the thing is it's either 3.803 megacycles or it's 3,803 kilocycles. Hey, well, you know me. I'll meet you on the 803. Yeah, gotcha. Please will find my 803. If you're down with the 803, then you're down with me. Do run. Alright, that's enough of this nonsense. 30-odd 803. Now it's time we got back to serious business. Has anybody out there tried Jamulus? Tried what? Jamulus. I have. Have you? Just with you. When did we do it? A month or so ago. I remember. I wasn't playing anything, but I was just checking out some of your music. Oh, okay. You were showing me this other chick's music. Oh, that's okay. So, At what age does a chick no longer be a chick and she becomes a woman? And at what age does a woman be done being a woman and be, well, never mind. Well, I would say that this chick was a woman. And she was a rather sensual musician. Well, it's just the kind of people you run into there. Well, chicks don't lay eggs. Yeah, I think what it comes down to is chicks are illegal, okay? Chicks are good for high school guys. Well, what you really want is a hen. Now, think about it. When you were in high school, it was all just fine and dandy, but that's different. Well, the old hens have those double yolks. Oh, God. Oh, God. They need more calcium in their diet. Double chin. Well, yeah, and the arms, some of the women that get those big fat arms where the triceps are, there are no muscles, but it's still giant. It just sort of dangles there. Those are the chicken wings. They are flightless birds, right? Chickens can sort of get airborne. I've seen them, but they don't last for long. You gotta watch chicken run. Incidentally, this is Willie Killy 6 United. KM6NT. N6BGP. W9THC. W9THC. Roger, roger. Yeah, right. Who did you think was talking to you? You know me, we're on the 803. See, I can recognize Jason's voice just like I can recognize yours, Stan. Well, I can most of the time, and I recognized him right there, but he was talking earlier, I guess. Sometimes I can't understand him. Yeah, sometimes I'm just talking out my anal cavity.
17 years.
Sometimes you're talking and you're running your words together, and I can't figure it out. My brain is slow. Well, look, that's okay. Okay, I mean, you still got time to slow down. Yeah, I have to kind of stew it and play it back in my mind, and sometimes I lose it.
You can add 44, you can spec the last call. Also send us into the number 3274.
44, roger.
And it's a handle of battery just occurred, which is second in Figueroa. At the Chevron gas station. Code 2 incident 3479 or D1208 identify.
That's 1797.
Irene, it's Turn to Allen 950 North Allen Boulevard, 950 North Allen Boulevard in front of Anna's Donuts. Suspect male, black, tall, wearing a purple sweater, threatening passerbys and employees with a knife. Code 3 incident 3505 or D529. For the hospital alert center, notified.
3407, just confirming you went on D8 from that 11A to Bristol.
Let's handle the code 3 call on D529. Or could you repeat your last message? Code 3 call, possible ADW suspect 950 North Avalon and RD 529.
What?
Can you repeat the last message? They notified medical alert.
Okay, Roger. Where you going?
C3500 FST 2011-26 X-ray northbound 5 at Paramount. They're going to be out with a black BMW. Party does have 1185 in our requesting CHP to standby.
92, no further.
500 from 1019.
Any contact? Yep.
You can show us responding to incident 3505 from PCH in Vermont.
624 is responding code 3 from PCH in Vermont to 950 North Avalon Boulevard.
Yeah, hey, what's happening, Luke? Stephen Hoffman is doing a stick.
That's not true. Darren Cavan Jones is doing his shtick.
3 and 5 Sam Ida X-ray 478.
Darren Cavan Jones is doing his shtick, and when he does that, nobody can use the repeater.
5.24 code 6 entry in main 5 Sam Ida X-ray 478.
You and I need to reach an agreement before anything goes on. Maybe you can reach an agreement with me, and maybe we can reach an agreement.
Then you can reach an agreement.
But do you want to reach an agreement?
Talking to you, and if you've got nothing else, I'll let you go.
22103, last seen eastbound 60 to the northbound 67. It's going to be a white big rig with heavy placed in and out of lanes at a high rate of speed. This is taking about 2 to 3, though. Once again, 23103, white big rig, eastbound 60 to the northbound 67. 240, play 240.
Sounds good talking with you.
81602, copy.
No. The way it's going to work is you're going to reach an agreement with me, or we're back to square zero. Like I said, Derwood, you want to reach an agreement?
Calling.
Hey, Derwood, last chance, front and center. You want to reach an agreement?
Hey, I don't even suspect 10043 southbound Street to return to vehicle 6
I think I will have it my way.
Last 15 or 20 minutes.
Left at its sweatshirt. From 2 incident 3524 and RD 1801.
But I'm calling it a night now.
Incident 3525 RD 504.
I'm not going to do much more of it except maybe listen to the radio and talk to anybody that comes around that wants to talk to me.
24, you can show us code 6 in the area.
Yeah, that figures. Also, you're on these
324 code 6 in the area of 950 North Avalon Boulevard.
Tools and stuff that I haven't seen in 20 years, some interesting things. And I had one of those ratcheting
things, I think, like you were talking about, that you hardly ever use, but it's a heavy-duty...
I'm going to piss on this peon.
Nothing personal, Ian, Luke, Darren, John, have a conniption. Darren, do you want to reach an agreement? You want to be stubborn like a jackass, Darren?
Just off 230 Ringer 2014 Southwestern Avenue, 3525, cancel by the alarm company.
You're going to swing your shit around here.
Santa for 1125, southbound 405, Southwest Seal Beach. 211182, Kalima, just north of Leffingwell. It's going to be a white Ford Explorer and a dark colored sedan blocking.
Want to render the repeater useless, so be it.
From Norwalk and Telegraph.
Repeater? Feedback.
So, because you won't be talking to anybody but me.
Well, I like talking to you.
I don't like talking to you, but it's called asymmetric warfare. Look it up, jackass.
I don't go to the library till Wednesday. Check back with you.
In the vicinity, R34 is following a code 37 vehicle northbound Slauson, section northbound Broadway from Slauson, ratio to vehicle 3 Mary George Noah 340, plus in the back area unit supervisor, South Bureau, Metro,
I like talking to you.
Task 4, Town 46.
How's the weather down there today? I guess it was hailing in Cambria.
I can't say that that's the same. I can't say that that's a mutual feeling. Because it certainly is not.
From Broadway.
I know you're mad that I was too afraid to help you put a beam up. Everyone got so mad at me, Steve. I was genuine when I said it.
Oh, even Robert knows that you're full of shit. We had a big discussion this morning, last night. Even Robert knows that you're full of shit. I'm a lot longer than I've known you, and I know him much better than...
To next position, 3 incident 3533 RD 1409 Pacific to handle identified.
And Robert knows that.
48, no further.
Come now, in the past, or in the future. You got some surprises coming too, in the way of a package from the district attorney's office. So don't engage me, James Cocksucker Stewart, because I don't like you, and you're under investigation.
Northbound 5.
South Lawson from me, number 2 lane.
North 605. So once you transition from 605 southbound to 5, it's right. There's a unit available. Assist that.
500, copy over shot, 1125, vehicles a white sedan at the bottom of transition, confirming northbound 5 from the northbound 605.
From southbound 605.
Northbound 5 from the southbound 605, 10-4. Is there anything I can respond to that?
I'm at the 5 and the 91 right now.
501, 10-4 from the 5 and 91 now.
You got a case record of where you know of a convicted felon working for him on the payroll. Now, why aren't you doing your civic duty?
You're a convicted felon, Durwood.
South Lawson approaching Avalon.
Once, less than 100 times. I know that for a fact. I got the printout right here. Klutz. Look up Klutz and see what that means, Durwood.
Are you going to do your civic duty for those kids or what, you fucking liar?
You going to do your civic duty to the repeater or what?
South Lawson passing Avalon.
Douchebag cocksucker. Render this fucking repeater useless, Durwood, because of your shenanigans? Do it, bitch.
My old partner, when I was working, got a tough in his yard.
31108, I have a report of a pedestrian, one call northbound 71, they're advising it's just south of Valley, and it's an X-ray with a green trench coat walking on the right shoulder.
McKinley following incident 3548.
I have to move.
500, copy 97, northbound 5, just south of Paramount.
And then they're going to come over and assemble the tow shed where the old shed used.
And 104, I have 1125 light pole. Unsure if it's going to be blocking Workman Mill and Fontenoy on the southbound lanes. RP advised it was a light pole down, possibly blocking.
Yeah, that'll be mine. I'll be around.
30, 10 for, thank you.
Adam 92, watch 7, call the inside line, code 2.
Green 82, Green 82, call the inside line,
104
code
to
2.
the pedestrian.
Roger.
Initiating a stop once they pass Central here in Century Sheriff's area.
The original old shed, and they worked out great, but the pressure-treated wood I had didn't last as long as pressure-treated wood should last. So now
I'm licensed and people trying to talk to an extra class.
Alright, code 6, Boston East at Central.
For Deerwood. Break for Deerwood.
Calling you there, Durwood.
Mary Queen 37, 38, and 39. Show us clear.
Mary Queen 37, 38, 39, clear.
And 104, 108, I just got an additional report of that X-ray pedestrian northbound south of Mission, and she's reported walking southbound wearing a green robe. 108, copy.
Mary Queen 20, are you clear? Mary Queen 20, 25 Mary Queen 20, come in. Force requesting additional unit 950 North Avalon. T90, 25 T90, come in.
90.
T90 is 25 Mary Queen 20. Clear, they're showing out to 85 in Figueroa.
Mary Queen 20 is clear.
Sure.
ABC 11, go ahead.
2392 monitor message from 334.
South now, transition road. I have lanes temporarily south of the transit road. If you have a unit, let us know. Not be pushing the vehicle home.
11, I copy 97. The vehicle is going to be just south of the transition road. You have lanes temporarily south on the transition road. 10-4. And 501, did you copy that as well?
I copy.
501 copies.
Essential suspect in custody.
Why? Why?
outgoing 8.
I'm 97,
835110 Florida Valley. Go ahead. 8311, that's a negative, sir.
Copy. Stand by 1.
10-4.
Like that, the potato salad that I put together. And the chicken she made and the fruity crisper on the... It's like she grilled it. Oh, God.
Part units. Possible attempt suicide. 450 South Lafayette Park. 450 South Lafayette Park. Location is an apartment building. Subject is PR son-in-law, male, white, 390, wearing a red US t-shirt, black pants. Having suicidal thoughts on the roof. Stand by for distance. 3568. Are you 241?
Booga. I got one additional unit, 1470 East 115.
Of course, additional unit, 1470 East 115.
This big fat Ed, the clear.
This Bug-Eye, the big fucking mental midget.
Spawning with 18844, re-identified.
Fat Ed.
Next 4.
Roger. 5858, repeat your message.
Fuckers talk so mean to each other.
I'm close to exit 24.
The big fucking midget.
Mental midget.
That's where you can show me clear.
The thing is
Give me
Bill.
the last 4 numbers of the incident. Show me a
20, your current incident is 3404.
Gordon.
Verify 1221 South Gassy.
AE6 MFW is remote.
What was earlier? I'm just responding for a follow-up to the incident, and that was incident 2838.
38.
Steve, what do you care if someone sets up a remote, an RF remote? What do you care about that?
Bug-Eye. Everyone's you, the Bug-Eye freak.
744's call.
130, Roger.
Bug-Eye.
459798 UCL between Valley View and 7th Street.
I don't know what kind of
Wave
drugs
status
or
in the
whatever he does, man, but you can sure tell when he's on that shit.
You got a criminal record there, Derwood, for your drugs and narcotics and your fucking alcohol and your weed. So, you know, Who are you to talk?
614 Terminal Way, SSB, position
81104, touch forward to pedestrian northbound 71 near Valley. And 81574, I have Caltrans requesting to run a traffic break northbound 57 at Bray Canyon, all lanes to pick up metal between the 3 and 4.
Think what you want, but the last laugh is on you. You got a criminal record.
1110 for Party 5 with assistance traffic finding speed to stand by between 95 1, you can tend to you.
1004 Code 2 incident 3466 and RD code 93 identified.
23103 westbound Pan Pacific. It's going to be a silver Nissan Altima in and out of lanes. Once again, 23103 silver Nissan Altima westbound Pan Pacific. KCK 240 for 1858.
Mission handle, East Dow Battery, domestic 8851 Menlo Avenue, code 2 and RD 1801.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I tell you though, Bagaya, you need to learn to throttle back a few bars. I don't know if it's all working out that well for you, because from where I'm standing, and it would appear that other people are echoing in and mirroring what I'm saying. We know when you're on drugs when you're here. I mean, you've got characteristic flaws that we all pick up on, but when you're on drugs, there's this whole other gamut of shit that comes out of you.
You have no credibility, Derwin. Give it up. You have no credibility. You never have, but, you know, I still like you as a human being, but you do have no credibility.
Stephen, I speak for more than just myself.
Don't care. Doesn't bother me. You can speak for an army of people. I know myself better than you or any of your cronies. But again, I don't hate you, Derwin. I don't hate you. You know, I don't hate too many people at all. But, you gotta learn to throttle back and respect your elders there, Derwin.
Dude, you indicated that I bring a litany of people that would agree with me, but yet, the sentence before that, you balked that I had no credibility. So if I speak for a litany of people, surely that denounces your bragging and boasting of my having no credibility. I represent a litany of people that feel the way that I feel about you, that when you're on narcotics out here, we can tell.
Is that the gerbil in your pocket or the gerbil up your ass? We? Who is we?
Zero to gay. I notice that happens to you a lot when you're high. You get, I don't know, butt tingly in the presence of men, and you got all of a sudden bring up some more homosexual shit.
Butt tingly.
Go ahead, sir.
All units, an AW with an ice 20 minutes ago from 323 West 5th Street. This vehicle is a white sedan, lost in the sun on 5th Street. Suspect is a small black, 23 years, black hair, brown eyes, wearing a black sweatshirt and a black skirt. Weapon is still outstanding. Information 3365.
We're off at mission. Time's going to be 1901 out of 14952.
744 Hartford Avenue, inside apartment 304. Code 3, incident 3587 269.
Anybody that would just say that shit, man. You're twisted there, Derwin. Really twisted. Good thing your kids are grown up. You don't want to have them live in the house. What about your boy? Instead of living with you, he went to New York. Tell us about that, Derwin. I'm kind of concerned about your son that went to New York to go to school rather than to go to UCLA or USC. Could you tell us about your son that went all the way to New York to get rid of you?
1844, you can show sufficient units, 1470 East 115th.
Went down there and got his,
Sufficient units, 1470 East 115th Street.
I got bragging rights here. And nobody with the bug eye, a name associated with it.
81574, Caltrans is advising there is a vehicle that hit that metal object and is now going to be on the right shoulder.
Didn't nobody come to your games? Okay? when you was on the baking. Did nobody come to none of y'all bake off? Right over the corner hollering out, go, Steve, go! That shit didn't happen. And when you was in the 10th grade trying to try out to be on the nursing squad, the girls in the class put your claws all up in your ass and gave you a
Southeast Supertime Battery Domestic Violence, 85 Menlo Avenue, Gilson's and 3524, or Houston, I wanted to...
I don't want to go! I don't want to go! I know all about it, Buckeye. I know about them giving you an ass rash, ass cheek for a whole straight semester before you even conjured up a gut to tell somebody that you were being bullied. It was by the girls, Buckeye.
And 81208. I have a report of a suspicious circumstance. Northbound 57 just south of Covina. It's a vehicle on the right shoulder in the cutout area, but there's a party looking in the electrical box with a red flashlight.
PhD there, Derwood. And my family is well educated. There's a doctor, a lawyer, cops. Well educated, but on your behalf there, Derwood, you have no fucking credibility whatsoever. You've never had credibility there, Derwood. The only license or certificate that you
there's also going to be an 1125 vehicle eastbound 210 on the baseline off-ramp. Second-hand for Claremont TV, and it says Toyota Camry on the off-ramp.
Anymore. I've been told on good authority.
Straight up.
Been yanked. And you have a ham radio station and so you never went to college. You don't have an associate art degree. You don't have a bachelor's degree. You don't have a master or a PhD. You don't have any of that, and that reflects on what you're making at the district or what we're making.
That's heavy mission just west of the 71-6041. Last King Ida Edwards, Sam Lincoln Ida Nora George. Time's going to be 1904 Adam 14952.
Wise man once said, you can't be trusted on any level. That's why you have an apartment, not a house, and that's why you don't. You're going in on this remote that you're using. You got special inputs and remotes, and Roger Bly shit was taken away from you. So now you migrated over here, and you think you're running your muck, and you're just simply not. You don't blend in very well here, as a matter of fact, Derwood. You don't blend in very well, and you don't play very fair. And, you know, the shit that you dish out to others and the way you run your shit or other people's shit that you go through is a bunch of bullshit. What the hell's going on out here? You go run your muck there, Darren Command Jones. But the bottom line is I know the truth.
1179, 20,001, southbound 5 on the Lincoln off.
No, sir. You're not educated, nor will you ever be. You're 58 years old right now, and going to be 59 this year.
It's actually CC at Church, southbound 5 on the Lincoln off-ramp.
You were back 30 years ago.
The victim was a motorcycle rider. Suspect was a gray sedan. They're going to be in the ER A-2.
Lord, am I the one that just said those words earlier about 5 minutes ago coming out of his mouth that he's a...
Code 2 is at 3599 1862.
Now, this is the point I like to point out, the case that I like to point out where he's high as a motherfucker. He has convinced himself...
Student Center, time of battery, domestic violence, 8815 Menlo Avenue, Clifton, 35C4, 1801.
A bunch of little funny alphabets in front of his name. And he only plays the ham radio characters here on 435 and 450. He is loaded. This motherfucker is high on a conglomerate of shit. And if you were to ask him to tell you it would be this time noon tomorrow, and he still would be finished telling you all the shit he's high on. High as a motherfucking Georgia pine. But
well, Darren Cavine Jones, in all fairness, let's start with what college you went to for an associate art. Then let's take it one step above that. Let's talk about your bachelor's degree, where you went to get that bachelor's degree that you say you have. Then let's go another step. Let's talk about your master's. You know, let's talk about that master's in detail. And then let's talk about your PhD. And let's talk about your family, what they do, and what you don't do. Let's talk about that, Derwood. You don't come from a family of professionals. You don't. Nor have you ever gone to school. You learned how to do your job that you used to have with the district by reversion toilets. You were a janitor. And then maybe it's a little more of a doubtful. You say HVAC, that's bullshit. You know, but it's not a big attribute to be a janitor. You know, you don't have to go to school to scrub toilets. You know, that just comes natural for you, Durwood. Man. You don't want everybody just heard say that you have a doctoral and a PhD in bullshit. Okay, where'd you go get your higher learning from? You know, you come...
770 holding a time down traffic using 585 from Florence, incident 3351, or 452. The time down 507 radio, 1718 West Florence, incident 3413, and already 1253.
You probably do got a PhD. Dick hard sucking on a dick.
What's your order?
Yeah. And your brother, I remember the tape out here. He didn't want to have anything to do with your mother just with your having ass. Fuck you. He didn't come to any of the telethons, and he didn't take up for you on the goddamn high school yard when the girls used to give your ass a fucking wedgie 2 to 3 times a week. The only thing you're good at doing, you do have some attributes. One of them is for breaking the law. The second one is for running your yapper, for running your big fucking trap. That's one thing you got going. Run your mouth, you run your shit, but look at the bottom line. You don't have a car that you drive, you live in an apartment, you got diabetes going on. What else you got? You got a foot that's got screws and plates in it. You got a skin disease. You got a big yapper. You've been divorced.
392.
Criminal charges were pressed from the first wife. And what do you got going for you, Durwood? You got a lot of enemies on 435, so you come running here and think you're going to just fit in.
230-220. Watch the 253.
And it never will work. Not as long as I'm out here and I'm breathing.
From 555 South Hobart Boulevard. Subject was last seen January 20, 2021 at 1500 hours. Subject female Hispanic, red hair, brown eyes, size 6, 120, 16 years. Wearing a blue romper, white shoes, mental condition, poor suffers from depression. Incident 3551.
He's manic right now. What's going on out here? Durwood's in a, he's in a yapping mode. Kind of like what he does every time he visits the county jail and every time he visits prison. You know, these people have to yap so many words per minute just to try to posture themselves someone else's position. He's got to use inputs. He's got to use remotes. He's got to use telephones, special links. He can't do his own shit on that apartment building that he lives in. So I'm sorry that Darren Cavan Jones is misbehaving, and he's going to be submissive to the N6ZKZ, and there's just no two ways about it. You're going to stand by there, Bill. William.
That's the first. Kaiser.
I'm going through remote, Steve, right now.
Dick, you're sucking. Cocksucker Stewart. CYS. Stand by right now. Got to take his man.
8221, I copy 97, Lamorad and Hornell.
Give him a moment, his bipolar kick in, he'll be passive.
Stand by at this time. Go ahead.
I'm coming in on a tape measure, Yagi, with probably just under 5 watts here, and it's really windy. I'm actually nice and warm, but the antenna is really windy.
On a coat hanger, Yagi, with 100 milliwatts. Come on.
Copy. Coat hanger, 100 milliwatts. You must be in a good location, JTU.
Dude, I've got twinned, co-phased coat hangers at 100 milliwatts.
See, so it's not really burn your radio up net after all. Low power.
That's what bad guys do, don't they?
He always uses 30 hours or keep going. That's 20 over,
77, I can just go through.
826
For sure, I copy. You located an additional one. Double check with Edison if they have the call ready. There are phones around it.
Good.
Yeah, where I'm at, I wasn't making it on 5 with a vertical.
Shows on a 15 area, 115
Copy, 115 grade.
Bugger.
receiving contact, go through 36, clear on the
Welcome to the Bug-Eye Meltdown Show. Mental illness is not your friend. Bug-Eye.
No, this is why I got my ticket. KN6LI Friday.
Hello, full number when you're ready to copy.
Say again, ILI?
Go ahead, sir.
I was just saying, no, this is the reason I got my ticket.
4801.
Great conversation.
867 Edward.
I sent for copy 4801 Edward.
Incident 3596 respect.
Yeah, you think that sounds like a man screaming or some kind of animal? Who knows, JTU? Either the animal or the man. I think it's
358, have you arrived?
Comically screaming. Or maybe it's actually getting stabbed or something. I don't know.
Post 29526.
Sounds like a chimpanzee to me.
2417 6th Avenue. Service a female black and a black Chevrolet Malibu with picture plates Adam Unit 50 Frank 95 Adam Unit 50 Frank 95. It's incident 369 or 1240.
Yeah, then it's like actually a crow. No. I was not aware that crows mimicked rats to trick humans.
Between Cancer response to 84 and Raymond for 12869.
I think they can speak English, like ravens, you know, they can actually say some words in English. Crows?
Disregard.
Crows can? Like a blackbird, raven, crow, I don't know, yeah, like a caw. In like the real wild, not the street, they make different noises. Because
Roger, 2015, over to your receive. Cancer response 84, Raymond.
So, you posted up somewhere with that 400? Yeah, just load it.
Team watch 3, Cancer response 84, Raymond for 12869. They no longer need to be released.
Yeah, CAN-622, CAN-6. I don't know that much about crows, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other, but I'll take your word for it.
Working group 5, crash on Vernon and the Chase Bank parking lot. Approximately 20 females and male black adults fighting. Suspects have children in the area. Unknown if any injuries. Code 2, incident 3658, party 392. Version 3638, party 392.
Thanks for asking. I've been just tuning through the bands. I've got a big dipole I've draped over the balcony. I've been tuning the bands.
Wave 35, 18.43, close 6.
Seeing what's data, lower, upper side band. Just kind of exploring. I'm still working on taking my test. The place that I emailed first, they never emailed me back. They wanted a copy of my technician license.
which I sent to them, and they didn't email me back. I was going to take that test on Sunday, so
Show me route.
someone here local in Calabasas does online tests, and they think they're doing it on Saturday, so I'm going to try and get set up for that, because I can contact them directly. I've talked to them on the phone, so I'm going to try and figure it out for Saturday.
Engine 6.
Well, let me give you a shout over there on 28.4, because we're allowed to call CQ and have QSOs on 28.4.
E55 Roger. 431, you have a message?
C.
33 is your plan.
I didn't know that.
We'll turn the dang thing on.
Well, hold on, let me double check that.
Show code 2026.
Okay, well, I'm going to be calling CQ then.
You said 28.4?
QSO.
Ambulance overdose 9223 Compton Avenue is being upgraded to 3. As we call back, subject is being violent, throwing items at family members inside of the home. Ambulance 3 incident 3620 to 1826.
I got it programmed in.
Detainer for the quick recall.
I just copied KKW over there.
What mode? AM or what?
Southeast Unit 10, 18844, 18844. Ambulance overdose 9223 Compton Avenue, code 3 incident 3620 to 1826.
Task Force, there copy, there's no vehicles in the area. The electrical box is open. You're going to be kept in the area.
I can't tell if anybody out there copied me. I heard one of you guys out there though.
84, do you have a message?
I wasn't transmitting, I was just monitoring. I didn't see anything on 28.4 megahertz. That was on FM or AM or what was your mode?
2275 West Coast Industry Apartment 198, code 3644, 8581.
Alright, I'm on upper sideband. Give it a try again if you like.
Ian, you should give it a shot. I heard you.
33, cancel your response. Short 24 handling.
Transmit.
Ian.
No battery domestic violence 851 and 11 approximately 354 to 801.
KKW, say your last over there again.
Forty-three perfect sales indicated verify location. This is a very long process.
6 Brian Hurst, 48th Street, on 8 Robert Boyd Springs, 878.
02446 Brian Hurst and 48, 8 Robert Boyd Springs, 878.
Jerry?
Right, inside the section area, I closed the box, the overhead CP line. I got your contract responsible for when it's gone. Put a padlock on it.
10 for third copy, you count any pedestrians in the area, you close the box. I'll advise house fans to see if they can put a padlock on it. What kind of sign was it again?
It's only the second, the overhead sign for TNT.
Perfect, thank you. I copy the overhead signs for TNT.
So James, did you try upper sideband?
Yeah, I have it set to upper sideband, and I have the waterfall on. I get what you're doing there. It's a CB frequency. Yeah, I didn't know that off the top of my head. But yeah, you don't need a license, but it's illegal to transfer with a ham radio, so I had to search out my CB radio in the closet. But I don't...
130, are you going to be standing by, or are you going to go 98 from that Edison off the
I was watching the waterfall, and if any of you were making any transmissions, I wasn't seeing them.
Yeah, it's actually, it's a hand band.
My phone's not blocking.
10 meter upper sideband calling frequency, HF.
10 for all, let them know it's negative blocking, but you can stand by.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, thanks. I'm wrong again. Yeah, 27.450 megahertz, I guess is the top of the CB. So 28.4, and you can just call CQ, and you don't need a call sign at all. I looked up 28.4 megahertz.
Is it equal 6 hours indicated verify your location?
You do need a call sign.
Go ahead, sir.
Sorry.
I'm 10 for, turn around to 11 to
53. It's a ham band.
You're just a current 52nd and Figueroa call. It's going to be recruited for Northeast Division.
I didn't understand that. It said that 27 something was, 27450 was, 405 was the top limit of the CB.
On 197, debris is going to be picked up by Caltrans, and we'll be north-south 57 North
I'm trying to figure out how to use the radio until I get my ticket. It'll be soon, a week or...
574, copy the debris was picked up by Caltrans. You're going to be 97 with them.
Yeah, no problem.
But I was monitoring, and I'm interested in monitoring, seeing if I get you, but if you were transmitting, I didn't hear you at all.
4844, cancel incident 3599. It's an ambulance. PC now.
21, I copy 98, 2 vehicle 182.
Yeah, you might need a proper antenna instead of like the testing the tuner thing.
Yeah, I'm working on ordering a tuner probably tonight. Just trying to find, I might just order one of those MFJ ones.
Incident 3581, clear. Traffic 120th and Athens Way, 120th and Athens Way. Code 3 incident 3599, already 1862.
I got I'm on upper sideband, which I was before, but I have the gain turned all the way up now.
Okay, yeah.
9223 Compton Avenue.
Your RF gain, turn that up, and you might hear another station, but I'll go ahead right now.
Copy. 28.4 megahertz.
The message repeat, you're unreadable. unit with a message. Identify and repeat. You're unreadable.
Alright, I just finished transmitting.
Yeah, no good. No bueno. I don't have a great antenna set up here.
35 was the last call.
It's not tuned properly, and
T35 is an ambulance traffic 120th in Athens Way.
But I'll get it worked out. I'll get my ticket and get a tuner, get something proper set up, and then
we're going up with a delay from SBD.
On HF.
Hi, T35, Roger.
Maybe you and Ian can have nets.
120428, westbound Tucson on the Buena Vista off-ramp. It's 32 vehicles, a Dodge and a silver Toyota Corolla blocking on the intersection.
We're watching through. We have
Roger.
10 for you, 1022 from Mr. 608 on Austrian Route.
Chance?
I've made plenty of first contacts. No, I'm trying to think. I think Chris was probably my first contact once I got my ticket keyed up on 450. I think he was the first person I talked to.
Penny 77th unit, female mental illness, 9127 South Gramercy Place. Subject is female black, 28 years, suffers from bipolar and schizophrenia. Code 2 incident 3672 at E1273.
Did you feel like a new man?
SD should enter.
Negative. Get 608 for you.
Perfect. Engine 65.
Yeah.
This is
Transit.
For AA51 minutes.
Western Norfolk on Torrance. Adam Lincoln Young, Adam Park.
Repeat your code 6 location, Adam Lincoln Young, Adam Nora Nora. 3, code 6 western, north of Torrance. Code Alpha. Who are you, 559?
Man, what y'all do to piss off the bug eye?
Just send us a traffic call on Terminal Way. 31, watch 3.
30 LA.
You're showing us 25 PL, 25 watts.
30, I don't know why they're trying to ascertain. They're stating, is this going to be on Workman Mill and Colford?
31, can you log off 25 PL, 25 watts 2? They're trying to log on there.
I feel 25 watts. Correction, 25 T31 watts 2, Roger.
I'm 10 for copy. Southbound lane to Workman Mill, just south of Channelwood. Thank you.
5 and 5, can you temper and log me off there?
5-8 jet. 5-8 Roger.
2-8 is at 2829. So sound out. Can you afford that GP? Still needed.
IP37, standby.
A3.
Go ahead, sir.
97, I'm going to be on Central, and I'll be east of Buena Vista.
And transfer, sir. Copy 97, Central, just east of Buena Vista.
X52 in Southeast, battery domestic violence, 8851 Menlo. Code 2 incident 3524 and RD 1801.
X52, roger. 42, 12X42, are you clear?
42, negative.
2, roger. 12A 57, 12A 57, female mental illness, 9127 South Gramercy Place, code 2 is 10672 and RD 1273.
See, you're logged off.
Repeat, you have low volume?
Mental illness call.
You're right. 1257, you receive the female mental illness call?
C1104, advisor status?
Repeat across to Gaffey, 7 Young, John Lincoln 235.
1144, speed north, Harvey, and
11 traffic, South Gaffey and Capitol, 7 Young, John Lincoln
You believe it's 1124, it should be North Garvey and Vincent. Place does return 1036 Frank, it's a 95 Nissan pickup.
IP37, standby. Okay, 18-3, come in. 18 for 25T37, the temple of the vehicle at 1782 West 24th Street. Did you handle or T unit needs handle?
Transfer, copy 1124 North Garvey and Vincent.
We handle already.
And did you want me to confirm everything, Inspector 1185?
18, roger.
Transfer.
No, roger. Thanks.
Edison's advising you do not need a standby.
Southeast domestic violence 11924 South Main Street. Code 2 incident 3705, ready 1852.
That's cool.
Anyone 28?
53 West.
8128, I got the U on there 1125. Can you guys get this? 8120, a copy requesting LESO. Did it occur off the freeway?
It occurred on Central, east of Buena Vista and east of the Buena Vista.
10-4, copy. It occurred on Central, just east of Buena Vista, just east of the Buena Vista off-ramp.
Roger, just another second. 15 watts. Vertical antenna.
212X52, cancel 1 sedan, 3524, 18844 will handle.
Central, east of Buena Vista.
We're having MDT problems. Can you show me en route to incident 3582?
UT31, roger.
So you guys still have to clear holding? Touch her.
Five quit.
And 81104, I already have Navarro's en route to you. 10-4. Maybe 120 and 204. You have a 1039 at Temple also.
Thank you.
10-4.
Advise them they're going to need a flatbed for a Dodge pickup truck, broken left front.
10-4.
Well, 15 kilos, Adam 53, email cyclist, please.
31253, switch us in place for 12815. Watch 2, can you send me clear in to watch? Team watch 2, roger. 1253, watch 3, did you receive?
.104, just for further probe volume heart TD, it's still outstanding, negative hopeful trend.
Go 6.
120th in Athens, boy.
Southwest units information only on a reckless driver last seen northbound Crenshaw approaching Vernon. Suspect vehicle of beige Nissan Altima at a high rate of speed. Information incident 3730 RD392.
Unit, battery domestic violence suspect 1077 West 38th Street, apartment 218. Suspect is male, black, 45 years, 6'2", bald head, light complexion, wearing a white t-shirt and jeans. Code 2 incident 3731 and RD 379. T35, standby.
86-240, vehicle fire.
NNL 8 Mary, Edward Adams 258.
86-240, it's second-hand info from County Fire, northbound 261 north of Portola, and it should be on the right shoulder.
373, 373, battery domestic violence suspects, 1077 West 38th Street, code 23731 on D379.
Yeah, Roger.
Code 6, 1943, 39th Street on foot B.
So did Steven Darren just disappear?
Source 22 code 61943, 39th Street on foot B.
T35, is the other party available?
35, standby. You 5 PRs and Rich Meat.
Sure. Let me show me clear for my traffic stop.
10 for sure, copy 98.
Can you voice the last 4 of my incident, please?
1099 3595. Five out of 58 to control.
58, go.
5 out of 58. I'm having MDC issues.
The calls that were in my stack before I got temporarily logged out, can you put them back in?
58, all the calls that were in your stack are back in your stack. You're back on incident 3505.
T20, show me code 6, citizen call, King in Normandy.
Real 220 citizens call. Martin Luther King in Normandy.
Type T35, the PR was a passerby and rescue
81 chauffeur, when you're clear from that, I have 1125 traffic cone westbound to Denison, Myrtle.
Was there any transport by that?
Clear from here, I'll lead out.
10 for sure.
T35 now.
Yeah.
Is there a unit that can respond over here to King and Normandy?
Noise requesting Southwest Unit, MLK in Normandy. 331 come in.
Commercial break. Stay tuned.
331.
331, respond to MLK Normandy for L220.
Okay. IC-35, code 6 Charles, indicated, verify your location.
Code 6, Bigsby and PCH.
204-108, log 2727.
11, code 6, Bixby and PCH. Go 4 on the code 6 Charles. 120 is in Athens Way, suspect is Sophie.
So, Adam 31, or respond.
Northbound 405, Euclid off.
31, 331, you can cancel response. 358 will handle.
Further, KTN 27 at 1950.
331 Rock.
501, I copy, I'm out of position.
83501, copy, I'm
We're up
position.
to 25 unit on the southwest corner at the gas station.
358, respond to the southwest corner, MLK Normandy at the gas station.
A59, 5859, have you arrived?
5859 negative.
I'm in Healthy 98.
5598.
Any stations out there trying to make it through RF right now? If you would like a message relayed to the repeater,
0410.
email me at Kilo November 6, Juliet Tango Uniform at gmail.com.
Any Harvey unit, meet the fire department at St. Mary Medical Center, 1050 Linden Avenue.
At this time.
Code 217-3770.
Meet SD for a battery. 1050 Linden Avenue.
Stand by. Stay tuned.
NRD 519.
Kilo November 6, Juliet Tango Uniform.
Shows close 6 with 12 out of 15.
Roger, roger. 10 for UCL 36.
Okay.
G3, how's your status?
3 show at Normandy, north of 190S.
Any Southeast Unit, missing child, 108th and Central, CPRNA Blue, Volkswagen Kia, parked in front of Domino's Pizza. Subject is nephew, male, Hispanic, 5 years. Tokyo incident 3786 30 1834.
Hi, do you have an ETA for FD?
I got 1 minute ETA.
Five 85, come in. You guys have an ETA for FD?
Express S3, Southside chosen out.
Three Williams 78, showing back to 373.
78, roger.
Teachers, follow up, 15 Southwest Station.
Roger.
Pacific Unit AW, suspect there now, Lincoln and Manchester, in the Galveston parking lot. Suspect in a male black camouflage shirt, denim colored shorts, is armed with a metal bar. Code 3, incident 3794, D1483. Pacific United headlight done.
Harbor Unit, code 277 jail for transportation to Twin Towers, code 2, incident 3795. Unit 3 months traffic, 4726 Arlington, 4726 Arlington, code 3, incident 3802, RE392. Unit for code 3 call identified.
Can we get ATA from Temple? 8120 Temple, UK from Temple, and a teacher crossing at westbound west of Myrtleford, only.
Ambulance woman down, 1341 West 47th Street, 1341 West 47th Street, code 3, incident 3799, and RE1204.
Come on. Correctional.
Trying to code 3 from Slauson in Normandy. 21341 West 47th Street.
Information for units on a moving suspicious search. Last seen to go northbound from
Normandy and Slauson.
on a white van, clear
1341 West 47th.
3617 or similar, possibly 207 for the RP. They had a visual of a female opening the door, trying to get out, and the RP lost visual. That's the first one. I've had 2000.
J1, just running code 3 from the 3rd and Gaffey to 426
Right if you enter from 22nd Street.
Juvenile subject name Cody Alexander Thompson, male black, brown over brown, 56110, DOP of 99, 2000 last seen 15:30 hours today's date from 6311 Lafayette Boulevard, last seen southbound from location wearing a black hooded sweater with red boys in the hood, writing unknown pants, black and white, North Face shoes, mental condition is good, and it's 531.
I think I'm 10 up there.
1341 West 37th Street.
1341 West 7th Street. It's 1341 West 47th Street. Correction, 12X4, 12A3, Roger.
Advising an ETA of 5 minutes.
29 copy, thank you.
Can you run a VIN by number?
5Z3, go ahead.
3 Charles, 6 Union Robert, 5 Charles Lincoln,
8351, I copy your 90, 2
George,
vehicle 1180.
149, 479, okay, man.
5Z3, 3 Charles 6, Union Robert 5, Charles Lincoln 6, Lincoln George 1, 49479.
Broken repeat, which call?
3 was the last call.
Lincoln George 1, 49479.
They have AAA en route. I'm going to stand by till AAA.
4010 40 AAA en route. Go stand by.
I mean, 3822.
That one, right.
Call Adam 2, we're going to be follow that scene. Framing is north of 47 with the east of it.
Raymond. 12839, 12839, 415 man with a gunshot fired, 1256 West 51st Street, 1256 West 51st, walking towards Vermont, suspect male unknown, 56 to 57, medium build, no mask, black hoodie, black pants, and backpack, shot 8 times into the air, code Marines on 383 205. Question.
390.
51, verify you responding.
90.
90 per LAPD and Lakewood SO, no calls for the exact address. The apartment on Christian apartment number 219 and LAPD is advising negative calls for service in the Wilmington area.
Code 3 is in the area of 1256 West 51st.
Right, sir, for a reporting party that works at the dealership, advise there's they left a black Lexus in the park and ride with keys, or someone left a black Lexus in the park and ride with keys on the road.
Do you have RA come in on 1341 West 47th Street? Subject claims to be pregnant and having contractions. Well, we can't really understand anything she's saying.
One rather.
He's approximately 35 to 40.
Suspect's a male unknown, 57. Suspect is a male unknown, 5'6" to 5'7", medium build, no mask, wearing a black hoodie, black pants, black backpack, towards Vermont.
Pretty sure it's code 6 in the area.
5-3, roger.
We're code 6.
Survey 5-1, roger.
L50.
L50, roger. Survey 61, roger. Suspect in custody. Suspect fighting with unknown person. Walking towards Vermont. 33 code 6, 1256 West 51 Street.
Jimmy code 6 on the 450 with gun talk.
7, roger. Traffic unit ambulance traffic 4332 95 4332 9 out, code 3 incident 3847 RD 393.
725 pending on log 2725.
Notified. Unit 80.
Cutting investigation, Vermont and Manchester,
See the victim at 3630 West East Imperial Highway at St. Francis Hospital. Code 2 incident 3842 and RD 1265.
You can have that TC call on that. We're responding from PCH in Avalon.
3543 from PCH in Avalon 24332 at 9 dot. 7. 37.
Clear, clear.
04, I copy roadway clear.
Airplane 37, 24 Airplane 38, 24 Airplane 37, 24 Airplane 38. For central traffic, one misdemeanor, Venice and 16th Street, code 2, incident 3713, RD 195.
On Virginia and Whitesville on the backside of the In-N-Out.
3802 and
3847. 1124 vehicle Virginia and Whitesville in the back of the In-N-Out. It is returning 10851 to a 20-foot U-Haul out of Monrovia.
When you cancel, ma'am, it's our area, we'll handle.
3131, cancel incident 3823, 381 will handle.
10-4, sir, will do.
We are getting messages from the user base
331, roger.
asking for the jamming to cease. Cease the jamming.
Venice and 16th Street. The victim followed the suspect to location. It's code 2, incident 3713, RD 195 in Central.
Have a nice.
24 American 37 and 38. We're going to be unable to handle. We're on a special detail on south traffic.
Good night.
Source 3, I copy 1010, good night.
10-10, good night.
495, 10-4, 1010, good night.
3842. 4 roger.
It's a time for unity. It's a time to work together.
Units to go to 77 jail to transport to Twin Towers. Go to incident 3795, identify.
The jamming still going on?
Makes sense, trail.
Looks like
3798 and RD 1258.
clear.
What's going on? You asking if you're making it?
The jamming's over.
Oh yeah, Kansas Tower.
3207 and 3639.
Say what?
That's good. Yeah, I guess, what is it, 812? I guess, yeah, if you're an angry 70-year-old man, 812 is about bedtime.
I wouldn't bring it up if you don't want it to come back.
Oh, 853, show 46,
No, like I said.
1263, roger. 7th unit trespass suspect now 8324.5 South Baker Road.
6 CKC. Can 6
2 incident 3875, RD 1267.
Time for the jamming to cease. Cease the jamming. Cease. Echo Mike.
Primary Santa Ana, front 1125, westbound 22, east of Harbor.
Primary 5. I'm towards our temple.
12-4, 1256, West 513 Street, suspect GOA.
Nobody wants to hear that madness.
Probably at least from the code 6. Homeless investigation, 1139 East 103rd Street. Code 2 incident 3882 and RD 1824.
Steve, just get in line and do what I tell you.
You want to 04 if I be in a position to assist Alpina, I'll be I'm not your fucking puppet. Westbound 210 East of Rose, for Mutual Broadway and Mutual.
Just do what you're told, Steven.
From eastbound Alberta.
Closest Charles Henderson, Alameda. Information only. 5859.
Yourself in line and do what you're told, Steven.
Looks like reporters have been sure they're getting several calls on it by the Mutual Broadway and Mutual. Possible spin out.
For as long as you need us, call Visiting Angel today and put an
America's Choice in Home Care.
Route to St. Mary's.
Steven, get in line like a good little Philistine boy.
D1108 LA, Monroe BC is budging the vehicle is still outstanding. There's a negative hold. We're starting in tow.
18 Queen Lincoln 278.
Primary Queen 558 King. Queen Lincoln 278.
Talk your high power shit there, Derwood. You really want to try to talk
West
your
Unison 331, 3831, domestic violence restraining order violation 1825 West 25th Street, 1835 West 25th Street, apartment 11. Suspect is a male, black, 29 years, gold and white jacket, white shirt, blue jeans and gold Nike shoes. Was staying on Sierra's door, no longer at location code 3 instance 3889 9316.
I used to host it.
I'm the shot caller, and you listen as I tell you to do. You be a doer. You're not the shot caller. I'm the shot caller.
Have you had to get problems
I don't know how many times I have to motherfucking tell you that.
957
435, 450,
Jimmy
and
Coach
another
6 on
Peter.
2, 6
I'm your boss, and you do as you're fucking told.
Shut up already.
You shut up already. Because I'm your leader. I am the leader. And you get used to that. Because you're not fucking taking the lead. No more. No more. You know, you want to run your rhetoric shit? It'll be dealt with.
Primary Queen 5518, Queen Lincoln 278, expiration 6/8/2021.
You're going to listen. It doesn't matter if you're sucking someone's dick there and for power. Because it ain't on your own. I got good authority. I know exactly how you're getting through. Exactly, Derwood. Don't try to bullshit me. It just doesn't make it. Just remember that, Derwood. I know how you're getting
trouble on the bus, Olive 6 and Olive 58 Eastvale.
Don't take me under me. It fucking work.
Mary Queen
Hey,
55, Mary Queen 63, Charles 84th and Figueroa, standby.
Get on, scat, scoot, beat it. I don't think that's working too well. Not tonight. As a matter of fact, not on any other night either. Not on any night, that's not going to work. That technique is not going to work.
Yes, 45725 Vixel.
Right?
55, go ahead with the Calif.
Bye. It would be a good little Philistinian boy. Stand by. Shut up.
Primary Queen 55, 5, correction, Frank 285-3396.
And you stand your monkey ass by.
504
stand that monkey ass by with the fucked up foot. Like, you know, like the good foot. As
James of the District for direct.
The good foot, well.
District Spencer 210
since I got home.
Well, then why don't you die, James? Fucking go to sleep and die. Anyhow, there, Durwood. Like James Brown said, the good foot. We'll just modify that a little bit, and we'll say the bad foot, James Brown.
Your location now.
Nobody cares about what you think there, James Cocksucker. Bitch. Nobody gives a shit. Go QSY and suck BB's cock. That's what you're good at, cocksucking. Go to the Sparks machine.
Location now.
Beat it, bitch.
Please.
I like the Sparks machine. And what's with you and all the gay stuff? That's a good question.
George Unit, Ida Jr., license as invalid.
You know what, James? You're persona non grata. You can jam over me all you want till the cows come home.
553903.
You can do that. It's called asymmetric warfare. Remember that, cocksucker. Till I get my beam up, it's going to be asymmetric warfare. When I get it up, you're never going to get through. Ever. Pompous, arrogant little prick that lives in the San Fernando Valley. Never liked you, James, since day one. I've given you a chance, you fucked up. And I really never wanted you to do shit for me, by the way, and Robert knew all about your bullshit. And he knows about your present shit. It's just a matter of days, James, so you're not going to hear anything. You might want to study for that HF ticket, you know, because you bought a cheap radio, $1,000 cheap radio. You might want to go to lower side down, upper side down. You might want to QSY, you know, and learn something different.
That's right. 60KTK6 Highway. Thanks for the encouragement. I think I will learn something different. And,
right up your code for Jefferson Park, right?
Sorry to hear that Rob feels that way, but we seem to get along okay, so I'll just take it as it comes, and I'm sorry you're so upset, Steve. You know, from the first day I was out here, you were pretty mean to me. I never did anything to you.
Wait till you see what you got coming. Just wait. I can't wait. I'm sure you can't either. But I don't like you. You know, I'm very transparent. I call it A's and A's. I don't like you, and I never have. I was going to give you a little break, but then I thought, nah. And Robert didn't believe that I should give you a break. And then he said, well, maybe, nah, maybe not. And he's glad you don't have a schematic. So am I, because you don't know what the hell I'm doing or going to do. He said he's glad.
57, verify you're putting out the code 4. Suspect is in custody.
You little nosy cocksucker.
67 for 57.
And I don't like you. And you have no talent. You have no show. And you ought to be a better owner to your little pet lizards, the chameleon and the
Unit
gecko.
code 4.
I think where you ought to focus your energy is on your two lizards and on Kelly if she's still around, which I kind of doubt. That's where you ought to focus your energy on. Because out here, knock it off, James. I can see down all fucking. That's you. That is you.
But how am I keyed over that?
Because you're changing the output. That's you. I'm not going to unkey, so you can get fucked because I'm listening.
Considering your 294 on Southwestern Avenue, West Green Point Studio Incident 3917.
You can enjoy the fucking rest of the night talking to yourself. That's what you can enjoy. But why don't you QSY BB's machine? You got a special input. He gave it to you. And then why don't you use Brett's remote for that other little special input because you're in the fucking hole. And why don't you tell your brother while you're at it, Sean, he's not going to make it in that remote ever again. So you might as well stop controlling it, James. Because Because I know you have the control code for that remote. So that's going to be inoperative in a matter of hours or less. Watch, James. You burned your bridges. Every dog has their day, James. Cocksucker, Stewart.
Why don't you throttle back, you brilliant idiot? You're cutting oxygen supply off for that small little two-cell brain here, bug eye. Settle down before you have an aneurysm. That's why you look old beyond your days, man. You're so stressed.
Why don't you go smoke a marijuana cigarette there, Pink? Go smoke a marijuana cigarette. And then after you finish that, why don't you smoke another couple? And then after you finish that, why don't you go have some shots of whiskey? And then maybe you can pronounce my name. It's Mr. Hoffman to you.
Shall we go through the backup? No, I pronounced it. I speak the Queen's English. I did it correctly. I think I will take you up on that advice about smoking a reefer. You fucking hooked old idiot.
Why is it that all Negroes, and you're really not a Negro because you're pink, as I've told you and years ago to your face, you're not a real Negro. You're pink, and you'll always be pink. You want to talk and act like a Negro, but you're not. You're not. You're kind of confused. And the Queen's English didn't get you an associate arts degree, a bachelor's degree, not even a master's degree, and for God's sake, not even a PhD. So, whoever's keying underneath me, I know who it is. You might want to unkey, because I'm not going to unkey. Why don't you give it a rest? Okay.
1108, it's going to be Navarro's for the U-Haul.
This is 100% duty cycle, what I'm operating. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Nobody asked you, cocksucker Stewart.
American Plane 55, American Plane 63, code 675, and
just leave the fucker key down till the cows come home. Steven, I hope you do. Why don't you go fuck yourself, James? Because you bought an amplifier from Brett Shape and KE6 MFW, it makes you a pussy. You know? Brett can contribute to a fucking newbie that has no talent, and you could try to swing your little chain, your little teeny-weeny dick there, James, and they're enablers. Those guys enabled you. And now, you can tell me, oh, well, I was getting a lot of shit.
25 T31 4726 Arlington Avenue. Go ahead with the membership number.
Dick right up the asshole. You're used to that.
T31. The number is 620-004-291-03-40360.
I'm sorry.
T31, Roger.
I'm so upset. I earnestly wanted to help you put the beam up. But Brett has been pretty cool to me, man.
All related
I
to
something from somebody else somehow, some way. I had money and I was ready to buy something, so it doesn't matter who sold it to me or what happened. Even if Brett didn't sell it to me, who knows?
The help call, is it related to the 415 man with the gun on 51st?
I had so many people, talk to me. Say, are you really going to do that? And that's going to ruin all these other people's days. Like, think about the power you would wield, and you can just shut everybody out all the time. You'd probably even shut me out.
11 Atlantic Airport, 711 Street, Washington and Crowndale.
And I was hoping we could, form a little alliance. You could be like, all right, cool, I'm not going to ruin it for everyone, but when I need it and I want to kick someone's ass.
311, looks like we're letting out clear for a borderline. There's reports of a van that's stuck in the roadway. The RP has a visual from her residence. The van and the truck 97 as well. It's just American-based truck 97.
Brett's your enabler. Brett's your fucking enabler. He gives you a remote to get another repeater. He's already got that good fucking authority. He gives you the remote because you're crying, oh, I'm in a little hole. I'm in the San Fernando Valley. It's a tip, but I'm in a little hole. I can't get through any repeater. Gee, so you kiss BB's little pee-pee. You kiss that, he gives you a special input. You kiss Brett's pee-pee big time, and he sends you a remote. And he gives you a fucking
11 update
amplifier.
with your PD's advising me
And
you have a
after
couple
you
calls.
got the
They are not
amplifier
responding.
from Brett,
It's an address of
who enables
7976
you,
Crowndale.
your
Looks like
little
that 40 was
enabler,
responding as well.
then he says, well, you might not want to help Steve, but I don't need
Code 1, 10, 10, 8, deal, and
shit. I got all the fucking instruments to put you BQ forever. And if they go, they burn up. I got more. I got plenty more ammunition. Just wait. Just wait. You have no talent. And no matter who puts you through, you're still a scrotal sack, a no-talent bitch. And you've always been that way. From Fresno, Clovis. What a piece of garbage you are. And I really mean that sincerely.
Steve, I was born here in Tarzana.
No, you weren't. You're born in Clovis. From Jack or whatever your fucking dad's name, John and Ann. John and Ann. What a mistake. Ann should have pulled the coat hanger in her pussy and pulled the fucking you out. Because you are just one sack of shit. Unadulterated shit. You really are. You have no fucking life. You have no credibility. You're a drunk and a drug addict and a pothead. You're just a piece of garbage. Enabled by Brett Chapin, KE6MSW. See, you getting the backlash from the person that enables you? You getting the backlash? Getting the cock up the ass and you like it. And you're loyal to Brett even though you talk shit behind his back. Wonder if he knows the shit that you talk behind his back. Huh.
Coming up the best, Daniel.
Yeah.
Coming out to the Crowndale QC
I
district.
talk a lot of shit behind Brett's back. Please don't tell him.
510 forward.
I will, as a matter of fact. I know him a long time. But
Robert, take that Frosty, no.
you talked a lot of shit behind his back. And you made a lot of promises that you didn't keep when you had a meltdown the other night. Sunday night. So, we'll see how far you get in this endeavor of yours, James Cocksucker Stewart. But you're really a mistake. Ann should have pulled you out of her pussy hole.
Steve, that's a terrible thing to say. I'm sorry that you feel that it's necessary for you to say such disgusting and disrespectful things. And I'm going to let it go because I'm a bigger man. But I think I feel sorry for you that you're so upset.
5T31, 1 hour ETA for AAA.
Ann should have put a coat hanger up, a sharpened coat hanger up her pussy hole. She should have pierced you in the fucking eye.
T77 unit male, Units 57216 Avenue. Subject is male, black, 24 years, dark graphic, grease sweat pants. Monitor comments for further. Code Twinston 3949 or D1211.
You look like a freak, a jarhead. You look like an alien. You're trying to be a Marine, parading around, prancing around, wearing bulletproof vests, carrying weapons, trying to be a fucking Marine, which they rejected you. I checked into that. They rejected you for the United States Marine Corps. And you couldn't be a Marine. So you're lost as a little switchboard operator, prancing around, trying to think that you're a big engineer when you're not. And even the place in Burbank that you work for, a switching company, they don't think too highly of you. From the investigator that I talked to, they don't think too highly of you. And the present place that you're at, where you think you can't be your place, they don't think too highly of you either. So you're just one sack of shit that's an arrogant little prick, looks like a fucking alien jarhead, couldn't make the Marines, have no fucking college education, contrary to what you say. And you're just a sack of shit, James, no talent, but you live in a little apartment and you make Kelly pay rent. What kind of spaz are you? I mean, who at 37, 38 years old has two fucking lizards at the million and a
clear, incident 3929.
And then you think you're a really tough guy driving around that Jaguar. A tough guy, a 25-year-old Jag, and a fake Rolex, little Gook-style two-tone fake Rolex that you won't even give to Kelly. You're just a sack of shit. Kelly should dump your ass, but I have it on good word that she already did. And I don't care what you say. She already dumped you.
Cancel V399 vehicle 76 in Grand. Cancel IFD, incident 3936.
169 1126 speed info eastbound 91 west of the 5.
Fake men's Rolex.
You wouldn't even give her
91, there's going to be a white Dodge Ram on the right shoulder out of gas. Eastbound 91 west to 5. So we'll have private assistance.
A new HF radio. And that radio was
You already took out?
$1,000. Wow. Nobody else can afford that HF radio that you bought. Nobody. I mean, you just got all the money, but you got to bitch and moan and groan about every little penny that you spent. No, I'm not going to buy an Astron power supply. I'm going to buy this one because it's less money.
73 PR stepping out to me.
Paycheck to paycheck. Any guy, and I repeat, any fucking dude that lets his girlfriend, fiance, wife pay a fraction of the rent is a pussy hole. And that's what you are. As a matter of fact, James, you don't even eat pussy. You don't even eat Kelly's pussy.
Code 2 incident 3949
your mom and Stewart. You're just one confused motherfucking cocksucker that should... You should be involved in an accident since you're still living. You should be involved in a fatal accident. Well, I think that would be the way that we could rid this frequency of you. And all the other ones, as a matter of fact.
Go ahead.
Does anyone have anything else to add to this?
Units ambulance heading 3510 Wilshire Boulevard, the purple line on Wilshire in Normandy. On the platform, victim is a male, 21 years, no further information. This is 3957 2034, stand by for additional.
That's all you are. You're a clerk.
Team PR stepping out to me.
You won't even give to Kelly. You won't even eat a snack. By some chance.
For a white pole down the exposed wires as well as a down street sign on Washington.
She's not happy with you. That's how she's there, and I highly doubt that. I've been told she's not. So, but if she was, you're being a good boyfriend by sitting on amateur radio day and night, drinking your alcohol, leaving her a B. She's just so proud of your bullshit. You're no future for her. You're not a future dad. You're not a future boyfriend. You're not a future fiance. You're nothing. You're just garbage. Sack of shit. I've seen people like you come and go in all the years I've been here, and you're just going to come and go. Come and go. They won't even remember you after a few years. Just come and go. Dust in the wind.
18. 20, still code 6.
30, I'll go with 108.
A lot of energy thinking about it.
You're wasting a lot of energy coming out here breathing.
Copy 1022 to 1185 and copy 30.
Why don't you do that? Have yourself a shot of whiskey, drink all your little cheap-ass beers, and then count to 1,000 backwards.
1044, can you show us code 6 on the north-south alley,
no,
north of 90 Street, west of Menlo?
I got another idea. Why don't you just keep
north
drinking
alley,
tonight,
north of 90
and
west of Menlo.
Put some ice in the sink, and take your wrist and put it in the sink, and have a bathtub. Fill that bathtub not of gecko shit or chameleon shit. Fill that bathtub with hot water.
18 land on the west, Commander.
And so what you need to do is dip both of your wrists in that sink filled with ice. Get your wrists nice and frozen. Nice and frozen. Then take a knife and slice your veins. Slice them the correct way, too. Don't do it the fake way. Don't do it across. Slice those veins up. Then take your fucking veins and take them and put them in the bathtub. In the warm, hot water, and let your fucking veins just bleed out. And you go to sleep.
Steve, why would you even want
8311, when you're thirsty, you could advise what kind of sign is down so we can advise County Road.
Commit suicide and die.
311 is street bus.
Do you really mean that? Do you really have that much hatred in your heart that you really want people to die you don't even know? You never met me.
Never want to meet you. That's the beautiful thing about it. I have no desire to meet you. None. Nada. So you can cancel that. No desire to meet you. Another thing, maybe you'll put that bulletproof vest on so you can be a real big tough guy when you're drunk. And just before you put your wrists, both of them, in that ice, wear that bulletproof vest. Be a tough guy. And then put it in the bathtub and follow the instructions precisely. And then you can wear the bulletproof vest. Maybe somebody will find you someday.
Incident 3953, re-identify.
855.
5, roger.
Steve, it's just strange. I don't wish death or suicide on any person in this world.
5237, code 64332, 9th Avenue.
Want to talk like this over the radio with everyone hearing you?
Get a 20 when you're ready.
It's entertaining to people, or it makes you look tough, or it's a show.
369, did you receive?
Yeah, I'm not going to commit suicide, but it's weird.
63151 Adam 2.
Go to that. Say those kind of things.
390, Lake and East on radio.
It's weird that you say those things about homosexuality. That's weird, too. I wouldn't say any of that stuff. So, I feel sorry for you if you're that tortured of a soul. And I hope things get better for you. Help.
You know, you need a lot of help. Maybe you should smack your fucking egghead, your jughead, your alien head on the pavement a couple thousand times and see what's upstairs. But I got another idea that you should do. Why don't you put your James Cocksucker Stewart on that same little tree that you carved for your lizard? The same little tree you went to with your little knife? Whittled away on a tree, ruining a tree. And why don't you put your first, middle, and last name, the date you were born, and the date you're going to fucking expire.
311, 29 clear, registration is expired May 2020. It's an 09 Chevrolet van to Justice Energy Partners out of Los Angeles. No fees posted, and also FMEC.
You did it for your lizard. Are you not more important than a lizard?
8311,
You ruined a tree for a fucking lizard that you still cry about. Why wouldn't you do it for
Robert,
yourself?
it's 1185 as well for that van.
Robert, 3 copy 1185 for the van, 10-4.
Sorry you're so angry and hurt.
11, I have the poll number when you're ready.
You ruin a tree for a fucking
11, go ahead.
Why would you do that?
474, 852.
Why would you do that? I don't get it. Why would you fucking
474-8524 Edward.
vandalize a tree for a fucking lizard?
And also somebody personally blocked the number 2.
He's too hung on that. 10-4, partially blocking the number 2.
30, cancel your response to the mail mental call.
Steve, you can cut down a tree on your own private property. At a house where you own the property, like in Fresno, where that tree was. I could cut that tree down, I could dig it up, I could do whatever I want to that tree.
Oh, that tree wasn't on private property, on your daddy's property. That tree was not on private property, I know where it is. So you're lying again. When you open your trap, your yapper, you lie. Every time you open that fucking infected syphilitic mouth of yours, you lie. Because you're a cocksucker and you don't know how to tell the truth. You don't eat Kelly's pussy. You don't fuck her like a man. You come out here and yak on amateur radio, and you're quite boring. You never licked a woman's pussy.
01, I'm still going to stop Brookshire and Vista Del Rio.
It's needy. To be fair, you did say you
Stop Brookshire and Vista
went
Del
out
Rio.
of the canyon and buried the lizard by a tree up behind your apartments a long time ago. That's what you said. But no, that's a lie. James doesn't remember. It's in one of his fucking stupors. His drunken, fucking, drug-addicted stupors.
That'd be 10-8. I'll say your marriage. Mr. Medlock, please.
Go find it, ruin it for me.
Maybe you can take your wrists and stick them in the fucking ice. Followed by the ice, you just go dip them in the bathtub, clean the gecko shit. Or better yet, just leave the gecko shit in there, fill it with nice warm water. And it's called coagulation. Let your fucking veins bleed out in the fucking bathtub. I don't need to go do anything with anybody. I was just reciting something I heard you say on the radio. What do you got going on between you and Steve? It's between you and him. Don't involve me. There's absolutely nothing that he's got going on between myself and him. Nothing, and nor will there ever be anything.
IC-37, 4332, 9th Avenue.
7 boy, section 7 Lincoln Boy, Adam 160.
And I don't like James. I've never liked him from day one. I will never like him in the past, the present, the future.
29 on that party, I'm code 4.
So on 10 for code 4, Berkshire Vista Del Rio, and 29 on Edward 2433269.
Do your business. How about that? How about that tree of Malibu that you fucked up? Are you going to backpedal and say, oh no, I was joking. It's on my daddy's property in Fresno Clover.
37 for Robert Union Sam 000.
Are you going to say it's there and backpedal?
I don't know, Steve.
That cocksucker. Can't give Kelly the fake fucking two-tone Rolex that's Oriental style, little bitty teeny weeny watch. You can't eat her pussy. You can't take her anywhere. You have to let her pay over $1,100 rent per month because you got all the money from John Stewart. Bullshit, James.
Avalon and
You're a
G
broke
Street,
little bitch.
3350129 clear. Registration is expired May of 2020. It's a 2015 Honda sedan. It's going to be a salvage vehicle. Release of liability to Allstate Auto out of San Bernardino. 27 to a loss of white out of Los Angeles. Class C child is valid. No priors and stand by for the 29th.
You said that your mother wasn't worth a shit and she didn't raise you right. And then you said something to the tune of, well, you can't marry Kelly because you got a big inheritance coming. You got shit coming, James. You just